Good evening, room 207. I'm here to do your Crenshaw read aloud, and I have Rossi with me, and he's going to help me read to you. Okay, tonight I'm reading chapter 4, and chapter 4 is kind of long. We're going to continue with what we started yesterday, which was to make inferences. Okay, and when you infer, you think about what the author wants you to know, but doesn't tell you in the text. Okay, and when you do that, when authors do that, they make reading more interesting. They keep you more engaged because you are using your imagination to make up those pieces. So you're taking what you already know, your background knowledge, and you're combining it with text-based knowledge, and you're coming up with new knowledge about the text. Okay, so that's what you do when you make inferences. You take what you already know and you combine it with what you're reading, and you come up with new knowledge. Okay, all right, here we go, chapter 4. A few hours after my Crenshaw sighting at the beach, he appeared again. No surfboard this time, no umbrella, no body either. Still, I knew he was there. It was about 6 in the evening. My sister Robin and I were playing cereal ball in the living room of our apartment. Cereal ball is a good trick for when you're hungry and there's nothing much to eat. Till morning. Right, so I'm going to make an inference here, and I'm going to think about why don't they have anything to eat? Okay, could it be that they don't have any food at home? Okay. We invented it when our stomachs were grumbling to each other. Wow, I would love a piece of pepperoni pizza, my stomach would growl, and then hers would grumble. Yeah, or maybe a Ritz cracker with peanut butter. Robin loves Ritzes. Cereal ball is easy to play. All you need are a few Cheerios or even a little piece of bread, all torn up. M&Ms would work good too if your mom isn't around to say no sugar, but unless it's right after Halloween, you probably don't have any. In my family, those guys go really fast. First, you pick a target to throw at. A bowl or a cup works fine. Don't use a wastebasket because that might have germs. Sometimes I use Robin's T-ball cap, although that's pretty gross too. For a 5-year-old, that girl can really sweat. What you do is you throw one piece of cereal and try to make it into a basket. The rule is you can't eat that piece until you score. Make sure your target's far away or you'll finish your food too fast. You okay still? The trick is that you take a long time to hit the target and you forget about being hungry. For a while anyway. I like to use Cheerios and Robin likes to use Frosted Flakes, but you can't be picky when the cupboard is bare. My mom says sometimes. My mom says that sometimes. So now why are their cupboards bare? I want you to make an inference and think about that. Why don't they? We know they're hungry. Their cupboards are bare. Why are their cupboards bare? If you run out of cereal and your stomach's still growling, you can always try chewing a piece of gum to distract yourself. Stuck behind your ear is a good hiding place if you want to use your gum again. Ew, I wonder if they get hair in it. Even if the flavor is gone, your teeth get a workout. Crenshaw showed up. At least he seemed to show up while we were busy throwing my dad's brand cereal into Robin's cap. It was my turn to throw, and I got a direct hit. When I went to take out the cereal piece, I found 4 purple jelly beans instead. I love purple jelly beans. I stared a long time at those things. Where did the jelly beans come from? I finally asked. Robin grabbed the cap. I started to pull it away, but then I changed my mind. Robin is small, but you don't want to mess with her. She bites. A 5-year-old biter? Wow. It's magic, she said. She started dividing up the jelly beans. One for me, one for you, two for me. Seriously, Robin, stop kidding around. Where? Robin gobbled down the 2 jelly beans. Schlip, sloop, sloop, mo, she said, which I figured meant stop teasing me in candy mouth. Hi, are you staring at me? Aretha, our big Labrador mutt, rushed over to check things out. No candy for you, Robin said. You are a dog, so you eat dog food, young lady. But Aretha didn't seem interested in the candy. She was sniffing the air, ears cocked towards the front door, as if we had a guest approaching. So now I want you to think, make that inference. What does that author want you to know? What do you already know about the text? And based on what we just read, why is Aretha focused on the front door? Mom, I yelled, did you buy some jelly beans? Sure, she called back from the kitchen. They're to go with the caviar. I'm serious, I said, picking up the 2 pieces. Just eat Dad's cereal, Jackson. You'll poop for a week, she answered. So now I'm thinking Mom's got a pretty good sense of humor. That's 2 jokes she kind of threw out right there, the caviar one and pooping for a week. A second later, she appeared in the doorway, a dish towel in her hands. Are you guys still hungry? She sighed. I've got a little mac and cheese left over from my dinner. And there's half an apple you can share. I'm fine, I said quickly. Back in the old days when we always had food in the house, I would whine if we were out of my favorite stuff. But lately, we'd been running out of everything. And I had the feeling my parents felt lousy about it. We have jelly beans, Mom, Robin said. Well, okay then, as long as you're getting something nutritious, she said. Mom said back. I get my paycheck at Rite Aid tomorrow, and I'll stop by the grocery store and pick up some more food after work. She gave a little nod, like she'd checked something off of her list, and went back to the kitchen. Aren't you going to eat your jelly beans? Robin asked me, twirling her yellow ponytail around her finger. Because if you want me to do you a big favor, I guess I can eat them for you. I'm going to eat them, I said. Just not yet. Why not? They're purple, your favorite. I need to think about them first. You are a weirdo brother, said Robin. I'm going to my room. Aretha wants to play dress up. I doubt that, I said. I held the jelly bean up to the light. It looked harmless enough. She especially likes hats and also socks, Robin said as she left with the dog. Don't you, baby? Aretha's tail wagged. She was always up for anything, but as she left with Robin, she glanced over her shoulder at the front door and whined. I went to the window and peered outside. I checked behind the couch. I flung open the hall closet. Nothing. Nobody. No surfing cats. No Crenshaw. I hadn't told anybody about what I'd seen at the beach. Robin would just think I was messing with her. My mom and dad would do one of 2 things. Either they'd freak out and worry I was going crazy, or they'd think it was adorable and I was pretending to hang out with my old invisible friend. So that tells me he's been around before, Crenshaw. Old visible friend. So he's probably from the past. So he's making a reappearance now while he's in 5th grade. I sniffed the jelly beans. They smelled not quite grapey in a good way. They looked real, they felt real, and my real little sister had just eaten some. Rule number 1 for scientists is this: there's always a logical explanation for things. I just had to figure out what it was. Maybe the jelly beans weren't real and I was just tired or sick, delirious even. I checked my forehead. Unfortunately, I did not seem to have a fever. Maybe I'd gotten sunstroke at the beach. I wasn't exactly sure what sunstroke was, but it sounded like something that might make you see flying cats and magic jelly beans. Maybe I was asleep, stuck in the middle of a long, weird, totally annoying dream. Still, didn't the jelly beans in my hand seem extremely real? Maybe I was just hungry. Hunger can make you feel pretty weird, even pretty crazy. I ate my first jelly bean slowly and carefully. If you take tiny bites, your food lasts longer. A voice in my head said, never take candy from strangers. But Robin had survived, and if there was a stranger involved, he was an invisible one. There had to be a logical explanation, but for now, the only thing I knew for sure was that purple jelly beans tasted way better than bran cereal. Right? And that's the end of chapter 4. Crenshaw. Right? And we're going to stop there, and hopefully you will have a good weekend, and I will start reading again on Monday. If you listen to this tonight, and the next time you read, I want you to think about those inferences. And inferences are when you take your prior knowledge and you combine it with text-based knowledge to come up with new knowledge. Okay, it's what the author wants you to know but doesn't tell you in the text. Right? Have a good evening. Are you crying?